Встречаем, уничтожить.
Шога. Выстрел!
Fierce battles near Pokrovsk, Russian soldiers methodically destroy Ukrainian military equipment and positions. Units of the Center Military Group continue to actively advance in the Pokrovsk direction, demonstrating precise and ruthless work on enemy positions. The footage shows the destruction of NATO-style armored vehicles, the suppression of firing points, the elimination of Ukrainian infantry, and the disabling of enemy equipment. FPV drone operators of the 42nd Guards Motorized Rifle Division of the Dnipro Group of Forces successfully destroyed a mortar and fortified bunkers with the Ukrainian Armed Forces personnel, hiding in the Zaporizhzhia region. During aerial reconnaissance of the enemy positions, the UAV operators discovered a camouflaged enemy mortar position. After assessing the situation, the team decided to launch an attack using an FPV drone. Battles near Tyatkino, the landing forces burned down enemy equipment and UAV control points near the Kursk region border in the Tyatkino direction. The paratroopers of the Ivanova 217th Airborne Regiment identify enemy military equipment and UAV operators in the Sumy region and then destroy them, preventing them from launching attacks and shelling the Kursk region. The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue the special military operation. Units of the Sever Group of Forces improved the tactical situation and inflicted fire damage on manpower and hardware of 2 mechanized brigades, 1 tank brigade, 1 Jaeger brigade, 1 air assault brigade, 2 assault regiments, and 1 air assault regiment of the AFU near Alexievka, Rizevka, Kondratovka, Kropovshchina, Verakino, and Sadki, Sumy region. In Kharkov direction, formations of 1 air assault brigade of the AFU and 1 territorial defense brigade were hit near Okremovka, Katnai, and Volchansk, Kharkov region. The AFU have lost more than 150 servicemen. 3 armored fighting vehicles, 4 motor vehicles, 3 field artillery guns, and 1 Plastin electronic reconnaissance station were destroyed. The Zapad Group's units improved the situation along the front line and hit formations of 4 mechanized brigades of the AFU and 2 territorial defense brigades close to Petroivanovka, Petrovka, Kupiansk, Kharkov region, Kolodizy, Zelenaya Dolina, and Torskoy, Donetsk People's Republic. The AFU losses amounted to more than 220 troops, 1 armored fighting vehicle, 20 motor vehicles, and 2 artillery guns. For electronic warfare stations, 1 radar station for detecting air targets, and 5 ammunition depots were wiped out. The Yud Group of Forces units improved the tactical situation. Strikes were delivered at manpower and hardware of 4 mechanized brigades, 1 airmobile brigade, 1 mountain assault brigade, 1 assault brigade of the AFU, and 1 National Guard brigade near Kleben Byk, Pleshchievka, Zakatnoy, Slavyansk, Seversk, Krvaya Luka, Sviato Pokrovskoy, Konstantinovka, Serebryanka, and Dranovka, Donetsk People's Republic. The AFU losses amounted to up to 130 troops, 1 Kazakh armored vehicle, 8 motor vehicles, 2 field artillery guns, 2 electronic warfare stations, and 5 ammunition depots. The Tsenter Group's units continued to advance to the depths of the enemy's defense and liberated Mayak, Donetsk People's Republic. Strikes were delivered at formations of 6 mechanized brigades, 2 assault brigades, 1 Jaeger brigade, 1 airborne brigade, 2 UAV brigades, 2 assault regiments of the AFU, 2 marine brigades, 3 territorial defense brigades, and 4 National Guard brigades close to Krasnoarmysk, Yudagnoy, Novopavlovka, Rodinskoy, Vladimirovka, Moravka, Petrovskogo, Stepanovka, Dimitrov, Donetsk People's Republic, Novopodgorodnoy, and Filia, Dnipropetrovsk region. The AFU losses amounted to up to 360 troops, 1 U.S.-made HMMWV armored fighting vehicle, 1 Kazakh armored vehicle, and 4 artillery guns. As a result of active and decisive operations of the Vostok Group of Forces units, Malinovka, Zaporozhye region, was liberated. The group's units hit manpower and hardware of 1 mechanized brigade, 1 air assault brigade of the AFU, 1 marine brigade, and 2 territorial defense brigades near Timirovka, Poltavka, Zaporozhye region, Novopol, and Tolstoy, Donetsk People's Republic. Up to 185 troops, 4 armored fighting vehicles, 11 motor vehicles, 2 field artillery guns, and 1 Verba MLRS combat vehicle were eliminated. The Dnipro Group's units improved the tactical situation and inflicted losses on formations of 1 mechanized brigade, 1 mountain assault brigade, 2 coastal defense brigades of the AFU, and 2 territorial defense brigades close to Kamenskoy, Plavny, Novoandrievka, Zaporozhye region, Sadavoy, Poniatovka, and Nikolskoy, Kherson region. Up to 60 troops, 6 motor vehicles, 7 electronic warfare stations, 1 Israeli-made Rada RPS-42 radar station, and 2 ammunition depots were eliminated. Operational tactical aviation, strike drones, and missile troops and artillery of the armed forces of the Russian Federation have inflicted damage on ammunition production enterprise, centers of recruitment, infrastructure of military airfields, storage areas of unmanned aerial vehicles and anti-ship missiles, ammunition and fuel depots, as well as temporary deployment areas of the AFU and foreign mercenaries in 140 areas. Air defense systems shot down 3 guided aerial bombs and 120 fixed-wing unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the enemy has lost 663 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 69,490 unmanned aerial vehicles, 616 anti-aircraft missile systems, 24,212 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,577 MLRS combat vehicles, 27,356 field artillery guns and mortars, 38,143 special military vehicles,